In the deep Alaskan forest, with tall trees and thick fog, where a giant, hairy monster named Bigfoot is rumored to live. Sounds like a scary story, right? Well, some people believe Bigfoot is real, and a team of explorers called Expedition Bigfoot is on a mission to find it. The team has already found some amazing clues, like super big footprints and handprints no human could make. Will they finally come face to face with this mysterious creature? Let's follow their adventure and find out. But first, let's start with the history. For centuries, Native American tribes across North America have shared spooky stories of huge, sneaky creatures hiding in the thick forests. These stories, passed down through generations, have kept the legend of Bigfoot alive. Described as a gigantic, hairy being that roams the wilderness, Bigfoot has fascinated and scared people for years. This legend took on a new life in 1958 when a newspaper article from California reported the discovery of enormous footprints near a logging camp. These footprints, far too big to be human, sparked widespread curiosity and guesswork. The term Bigfoot quickly caught on, and the search for this mysterious creature became a nationwide craze. The search for Bigfoot has since turned into an ongoing game of hide-and-seek. Explorers, scientists, and enthusiasts have ventured into the wild in hopes of catching a glimpse of the legendary beast. The appeal of Bigfoot has only grown stronger over time, inspiring countless journeys and investigations. One such team, known as Expedition Bigfoot, set out on a daring mission with cameras, determination, and a deep-seated curiosity. The team was led by Russ, a brave leader always ready for adventure. Maria, a scientist who notices every detail, joined him, along with Ronnie, a Bigfoot fan who knows a lot about the legend. The rest of the crew was excited to face the unknown. They set up camp in the heart of the Alaskan wilderness, filled with excitement. For days, they watched their trackers and recorders, hoping to see any sign of Bigfoot. The forest was quiet, with only the sounds of birds, the damp smell of the woods, and lots of mosquitoes. The lack of activity made the team wonder if Bigfoot was just a story. Then, one day, their trackers went crazy. A blip on the screen near a stream showed that something big was moving. Russ and Maria were the first to see this and decided to check it out. Their journey led them across the mainland, where they found a gruesome scene, a killing site with bones and body parts scattered around. This unsettling discovery hinted that something important had happened there, giving them the best clue they had found so far. As they went deeper into the forest, the team came across a huge handprint, at least 3 times bigger than a human hand. Maria and Russ confirmed that the handprint was not human, marking a big step forward in their search. Excited by this find, they quickly reached out to Ronnie, who was just as excited. He came to the island to help them explore more. When Ronnie arrived, he was amazed by how big the handprint was. Nearby, they also found knuckle prints, which suggested that the creature used its hands to help it walk. This showed that Bigfoot could move on 2 legs and all 4s, supporting Maria's earlier idea that the creature had traits of both humans and apes. Maria had previously noted that Bigfoot might show ape-like features when using its hands and knuckles. Meanwhile, at the command center, Bryce got an email from the team around 4:31 a.m. The team wanted Bryce to check the scans they had just sent. Bryce was amazed to see 2 sets of handprints. Ronnie explained that this meant there were several individuals. Bryce wondered if they knew where the creatures were heading. Maria explained that the area was huge, and the land was rough, making it hard to track where the creatures were going. However, she guessed that the creatures might be heading east along the river. The maps showed that the river valley was like a bowl with cliffs all around. Maria hoped they could trap the creatures in this valley and watch them. Bryce suggested they use technology that could scan the whole area thoroughly. He mentioned a tool used to find missing people. Bryce asked the team to send him the coordinates of where they found the handprints. The river valley, surrounded by 3,000-foot mountains, covered 20,000 acres, and the team had split up to cover as much of the area as they could. They hoped that Bryce's technology would improve their search efforts. Bryce drove to meet the drone team, led by tech expert John McBride, who introduced him to the Autel Dragonfish drone. John explained that this fixed-wing drone was mainly used for watching over areas, search and rescue, and capturing people. It had 3 types of cameras: a wide-angle lens for a full view, a 20x optical zoom lens that could see hair color from 800 feet away, and a thermal camera for spotting heat signatures. Bryce was sure that this drone would be very helpful in their search. The Dragonfish drone was unique because it could stay in the air longer than regular drones. Its fixed-wing design helped it stay up by using less battery power, giving it an extra 2 hours of flight time. The drone flew in circles, searching for its target very accurately. Bryce was sure that this advanced technology would be key to their Bigfoot search. Bryce told Maria that he was at the river where it split into two. Maria and her team were heading towards the river. Bryce and the drone team set up at the west end of the valley where the rivers joined, planning to watch the drones feed. Meanwhile, Ronnie, Russ, and Maria continued their search near the banks of the two rivers. The drone team stayed on site until dark, as it became harder to fly the drone safely in low light. John used the drone to locate Russell and Maria. He then found Ronnie's location, letting him know they were 800 feet above him, so they could see Ronnie, but he couldn't see them. This also meant that Bigfoot wouldn't be able to see them. Russell and Maria talked about the huge handprints, with Russell mentioning that such a large hand was unlike anything they had seen before. As the drone kept searching, Bryce saw something moving on the thermal camera. They zoomed in, but the shape disappeared in seconds. When they switched to the regular lens, there was nothing to see. Bryce told Maria that the thermal camera had spotted a human-like shape walking a few miles upstream. He told Maria to head towards the glacier as fast as she could, while Ronnie kept going up the other river. Early in the morning, Ronnie told Bryce in a low voice that he felt something large near the edge of the trees. John moved the drone toward Ronnie's location, and Bryce and John excitedly spotted a moving shape on the thermal screen, 200 yards away from Ronnie. However, the figure vanished again. Bryce told Ronnie to stay where he was and not go near the creature alone. He walked 1.5 miles up the river to help Ronnie search the area where they had spotted the humanoid heat signature. Meanwhile, Russell decided to move from his spot to avoid losing track of the mysterious being. He went into the dark forest, where he found another footprint and a freshly broken tree branch. He soon caught up with Bryce and showed him the new trail. The snow-covered ground helped track the creature. Suddenly, they were hit by a strong smell and found pink patches of snow along with the remains of a fresh kill. Bryce looked at a rib bone and said it seemed to be from an elk or a black-tailed deer. Ronnie found a large bone that led to a surprising discovery. It backed up Maria's earlier guess that early humans used to crack open bones to drink the marrow. This marrow might have been important for the development of the human brain. Bryce pointed out that this scene did not look like usual animal hunting. Then, while checking a suspected Bigfoot hideout,